All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Forget everything you've ever been taught about trading your time for money. It's a rigged game. See the wealthy? They're playing a completely different sport, and this right here, this is their playbook. We're not just talking about piling up cash. No, we're talking about genuine freedom. The kind of freedom where your assets are working for you even when you're not. So are you ready to learn how to build a system that can pay you forever? Let's dive in.
You've probably heard this quote from Warren Buffett before, right? And, he wasn't just dropping a clever one-liner. He was spelling out a fundamental rule for financial survival in our world. It's really that simple. It's the huge difference between you working for your money and your money working for you. You either build something that outlasts your own effort, or, well, the alternative is pretty grim. You just keep working until you literally can't anymore.
I mean, let's be totally honest here. Think about it for a second. If your income disappears the moment you stop working, are you really free? No way. You're trapped. It's a system designed to keep you on a hamster wheel. But here's the good news. There is a way out. And it all starts with making a huge shift in how you think about all of this. Okay, so Section 1, stop trading time for money. This is it. This is the first and honestly the most important step. You have to completely rewire your brain. You've got to stop thinking like an employee, someone who just trades hours for dollars, and start thinking like a builder, someone who designs the entire machine that generates the income. This is so much bigger than just money, you guys. It's about shifting from just earning a living to actually owning your life.
So check this out. This slide really breaks down the two mindsets, the two paths you can take. On one side, you've got the employee mindset. Work once, get paid once. It's a treadmill, right? You're constantly running just to stay in the same place. 1 hour of your life for 1 hour's worth of pay. But then you have the builder mindset. Work once, get paid forever. That's like planting a tree. You do the hard work up front, and then it just keeps bearing fruit for years and years, long after you stop digging. This is how you finally break the link between your time and your income.
So what's the big secret here? How do you actually do this? Well, it all comes down to one word: leverage. Seriously, think of leverage as a financial superpower. It's the engine of all wealth. It's how a business owner can be making money while they're on a beach somewhere, while an employee is stuck behind a desk. It's about using systems, technology, and other people's money to multiply your own effort. One really smart hour spent building something with leverage can literally save you a lifetime of grunt work. It's the language the wealthy have always spoken.
All right, moving on to Section 2, assets versus liabilities. So now that we get the concept of leverage, we need to talk about the fuel you put into that engine. And you know what? It all boils down to one incredibly simple but powerful rule. You have to know the difference between the things that feed you and the things that bleed you dry. Okay, listen up, because this might be the most important piece of financial advice you will ever get. It's so simple. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it. From now on, before you buy anything, you have to ask yourself that one question. Is this an asset or is this a liability? Seriously, the answer to that question will literally shape your entire financial future.
So let's make this super concrete. What feeds you versus what bleeds you? Okay, a rental property that someone pays you to live in, that's an asset. It's feeding you cash flow every single month. A dividend-paying stock? Asset. A digital product you created once? Big-time asset. Now, what about that shiny new car you bought on credit? Oof, that's a liability, and it is bleeding you dry every month with payments and insurance. Unused subscriptions, credit card debt, all liabilities. Your goal is just dead simple. Fill your life with as many things from that left column as you possibly can.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The poor buy liabilities. The middle class buys liabilities they think are assets. The rich buy assets that buy more assets. That middle part is so key, isn't it? The middle class buys things they think are assets, like a massive house with a huge mortgage that just drains their cash every month. But the rich, they're playing a different game. They buy assets that then go on to buy more assets for them. It becomes this incredible self-perpetuating wealth machine. And that's exactly what we're learning how to build.
All right, let's get into Section 3, your 3 asset toolkits. Look, theory is great and all, but let's get super practical now. Let's talk about what you can actually do. And listen, you don't need a trust fund or a winning lottery ticket to get started. You already have everything you need right now. We're going to break it down into 3 simple toolkits you can start using to build your own asset empire, starting today. Okay, so here they are. Toolkit number 1 is all about your skills. Toolkit 2 is about digital assets, and Toolkit 3 covers real assets. We're going to go through each one so you can see exactly how to get started.
So, toolkit number 1, your skills. What if I told you your most powerful asset is already inside your head? It's your knowledge. It's that thing you're really good at, the thing that seems effortless to you. I guarantee you someone else out there is desperate to learn how to do it, and they will pay for that knowledge. So you package it up, you monetize it. You can turn it into an online course, an ebook, a coaching service, anything. You're literally turning your own expertise into a machine that generates income.
Next up, toolkit number 2, digital assets. Okay, this is basically the ultimate cheat code for building wealth in the modern world. Why? Because you can create something once, like an ebook, a video course, maybe a piece of software, and then the internet lets you sell it an infinite number of times forever. The system is automated, it scales endlessly, it reaches millions of people all over the world while you're sleeping. This isn't just leverage, this is leverage on steroids. And finally, toolkit number 3, real assets. These are the classics for a reason. Think of these as the bedrock of your financial fortress. You've got property, which is your cash flow king, putting money in your pocket every month. You've got dividend stocks, which are your growth and income engine. And then you have things like gold, which act as a shield, protecting you from economic craziness. When you have a smart mix of these, you create a portfolio that is built to last, one that can pretty much weather any storm. Okay, let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle. Section 4, build something that lasts. Because look, building the assets, that's just step 1. The real challenge, the next level of the game, is making sure that wealth actually lasts. You've got to protect it, you have to grow it intelligently, and ultimately, you want to build a legacy that's going to outlive you. And this is what that life cycle looks like. First, you build. You create your assets. Then, you protect them using the right legal structures. Next, you have to reinvent and adapt because the world is always changing. And finally, you think about your legacy. And this is so important. It's not just about passing on a pile of money. It's about passing on the system, the knowledge, the wisdom to create and manage wealth for the generations that come after you. So really what this all comes down to is a final, massive mindset shift. The ultimate goal here isn't to just escape work forever. No, it's to elevate your role. It's about going from being a worker inside the machine to being the builder who designs the machine. It's the difference between being a pawn in the game and being the one who controls the board. It's about true control, real freedom, and finally getting the power to design the exact life that you want to live. So it all comes down to this. That screen you're holding in your hand right now, it can be one of 2 things. It can be a tool of endless consumption, a distraction machine, or it can be a weapon of creation. You can choose to just consume what other people make, or you can choose to use it to build a future of real freedom for yourself. The choice, as always, is yours. So the only question left is, which will you choose?